So guys, this is a very on the go topic, but I felt like I wanted to touch base and really break this down for y'all, because I feel like this is a topic that can be kind of not controversial, but I feel like there's a lot of different views and opinions, and it's an interesting argument. And my take, which I believe is gonna kind of start this argument, start the flame for this, I feel like after seeing the Summer Smash lineup that just dropped, Summer Smash has surpassed Rolling Loud. Yes, Summer Smash has surpassed Rolling Loud. I feel this way just because I feel like it was already getting that way at a certain point, and now I feel like the lineup that they just dropped, which was crazy because they got Uzi, Sosa again in Chicago, Cardi, fucking bro, Skrillex, like what the fuck, like there's just a variety, and it's just even to the lower artists, like bro, they got Famous Dex, bro. This is the only music festival you really gonna be able to see Dex on, bro. They got Dex, they got Lucky, of course, they got, you know, they put some new and up-and-comers, they got Kells on there, they got fucking 13 Degrees and shit. Like they have a lot of Chicago, and they touch. See, this is my thing with Rolling Loud. I really respect what they did this year. They went back to their roots and they went back underground. And they got a lot of artists that are gonna bring demand. They got Nine, they got Teases, they just added Diamond recently. They got fucking, what they got? They got Saint. They have a lot more underground artists than I would say than they had in the previous years, from 24 to 23. Because 24, 23, I won't say 22, because 22 was probably, in my opinion, one of their very good last lineups. You know what I'm saying? That's where the last time I really had excitement to go Rolling Louds. But the 24 lineup was kind of whatever. They added some good picks last minute, but I still felt like Summer Smash will surpass them, because I feel like the edge Summer Smash has is that they keep older artists. Like Summer Smash has their artists that they're gonna be on this lineup every year, but it's not one of those, like, it's not like one of those bullshit local artists that are just getting pushed into the system of the festival just because of maybe their manager works for the festival, or maybe their manager is cool with the person who owns the festival. No, they do it by loyalty. Like realistically, Cole doesn't have to be booking Famous Dex on his lineup, but guess what? He holds loyalty because he knows that if there was no Famous Dex, who knows if Cole Bennett and Lyrical Lemonade would be where it's at. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he holds that loyalty, and at the same time, I wouldn't say there's a crazy demand to see Dex, but like it's Famous Dex, bro. Like everybody wants to see, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like Rolling Loud, these other festivals aren't gonna pick Famous Dex just because there's not a demand, and they don't want to fund and put money into that. So, like I said before, I'm not mad at the Rolling Loud lineup. I'm kind of happy that they kind of chose the route that they did, because they really sat back for a year and they really reviewed what they did in the past and how they built their foundation in the first place. How they built their foundation in the first place was being in the underground, and including some mainstream acts and moving from there. But I felt like the last couple years, and that's the reason why they took a break, is that they went so mainstream, and mainstream is cool for PR, but mainstream doesn't always mean money coming back. At the end of the day, the underground, the kids, like that's where the money is, because those are where the larger fan bases, those are where the people are really gonna pop out, show love, mosh pit, tee up, and make this shit really what it needs to be. So I'm not mad at the lineup. Do I feel like it can be improved? Yes, the headliners are cool. Do I like my only take on the headliners that I didn't really agree with was, I don't think Don Toliver should be headlining. Like that's cool, he's at a position that's great, but like me personally, like I'm not fiending to go see Don Toliver headline. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like a headliner needs to be somebody that's stamp, like somebody that everybody's wanting to see, or even if it's like you switch it around every year and you get that one-time artist. And that's what they used to do back then. I remember they almost had Ye in 2022, but he backed out. But like even like the Kid Cudis, like, you know, Future, of course, like just names that you wouldn't always see. Like they did it with Youngboy. Like Youngboy hasn't been on Rolling Loud since 2019. Lyrical Lemonade doesn't have Youngboy. That's one of the stamp headliners. But I understand with the price of, you got to think the two other headliners that they had is fucking Playboy Cardi and NBA Youngboy. Half of their budget probably went down the drain just off those two headliners. You know what I'm saying? And those two headliners is probably the reason why they went so underground, just because their budget probably got burnt to the fucking ground, to where they had to book not lower acts, but acts that couldn't ask for much just because they're so freshly new and established. Like, they just gonna throw them a couple bands and call it a day. So yeah, basically I came here to touch with that. It's interesting that I seen they put Dabo on the Lyrical Lemonade lineup. I don't really know how I feel about that. I'm not mad at it, of course, but it's like, I feel like it's a music festival. I understand streaming has took over music and all of that, but it kind of just, I definitely want to see less of more of that. Like, if Dabo is hosting, or he's doing interviews, or he's running around streaming and shit, you know what I'm saying, or he's running the Lyrical Lemonade stream, cool. But I feel like performing, like, it's kind of like a waste, you know what I'm saying? Like, they definitely could have put somebody else. But I understand that. I understand the mindset. It's like they did it with Max last year and it turned out very well, but I feel like Max and Dabo are two different people. Dabo hasn't established, like, I don't know. It just, I didn't really agree. That's probably the only things I didn't agree with the lineup. Them bringing back Uzi, really, like, that shit made me happy, because you got to think, Uzi realistically hasn't performed on no festivals since 2023. Like, that's why I'm mad at Rolling Loud 2. They fucked up they shit with Uzi. So it's like, we probably not gonna see Uzi on Rolling Loud ever again. So you got Uzi and Chief Keef same day. Come on, gang. You can't ask for more than that. So yeah, that's all I came here to touch base on. If y'all don't agree with me and my take, let me know in the comments. I'm open to go conversate with y'all, see what y'all think and see where y'all head is at. That's all I really came here to talk about real quick, touch base. Shout out all y'all. See y'all next week.